space friend, I've been away for a few weeks stuck on an alien planet, and when I finally managed to escape, launching off the planet got a little too shaky for me. It inspired me to use a shock sensor to monitor the vibrations and the G-forces acting on the ship to make sure they stay within safe limits. So today we're going to use a shock sensor and an LCD to monitor and display whether or not we're within our safety limits. Shock sensors can be used to detect closing doors, excessive vibrations in machinery, or certain collisions. Accelerometers do a similar job, but shock sensors are good when your project doesn't require as high of accuracy. Shock sensors are sensitive to smaller vibrations. The sensor has 3 pins: the sensor pin, VCC, and ground. Inside the tube is a metal spring that attaches to ground wraps and a metal rod connected to a positive voltage. The spring bends and makes electrical contact with the rod when it senses a strong jolt or vibration. This allows current to flow between the rod and the spring. For this project, we need a shock sensor, an LCD, a breadboard, and 8 jumper wires, 7 of them male to female. First, we include the liquid crystal and the wire libraries to initialize the LCD. I'll include a link at the end of this video if you need more information on what all this means. Then we set the threshold value for the shock sensor. You may want to adjust this value depending on the sensitivity of your sensor. I started with 50 and then moved it up to where it worked best for me. In the setup, we initialize the LCD and turn on the backlight. In the loop, we read in the sensor value through the A0 pin. If the sensor value is greater than the threshold value that we set, we'll print that there is an abnormal vibration. Otherwise, it'll just print that there's a normal vibration. Great! Now next time we leave a new planet, I'll be able to tell if the shaking is an actual danger to us or just my brain rattling around in my skull. So today we're going to use a shock sensor and an LCD to monitor and display whether or not